for you, as someone who was a teenager in the 80s, what kind of teen were you? Were you the popular kid? Were you more on the outskirts like Dylan and his friends in this show? Where'd you fit on the line?
Gosh, it's a great question. I had an older sister, Molly, who is and was very popular, very social, very, whatever the trend was, she knew what it was, and she was cool. And I was her much quieter younger sister. Um, I was much more timid. I was not good at sports. I wasn't good at being loud. You would never know that I would turn into the person I am now, although I'm still bad at sports. So no, I was pretty quiet. I was definitely, I would hear about these things, and I was always like adjacent with my ear to the door. You're like, what are they talking about? What's going on? I would look at the albums, the album art. I remember
Hmm.
Led Zeppelin, and you'd unfold it, and there'd be this scary person climbing the stairway to heaven, and what did it mean? And playing with Ouija boards with my friends. But
Of
I was
course.
definitely a French person.
And I'm guessing it never, wasn't something like turning to Satanism, but is there anything dumb or stupid you can remember you did to try and maybe impress a boy, impress friends? Like for me, it was the 90s, so we all did like swing dance lessons, which is so cringe to think about now, but like something like that.
You're asking me if I turned to Satan, and then you admit that you Satan.
So
Wow.
I'm guessing it wasn't the extremes of Satanism like the show, but is there something you could
No, I do think that,
pinpoint?
and what I love about this show is that it's kind of like a psychological thriller more than a like a slasher or like a traditional horror. And when I was a teenager, and maybe this is unique to me or girls or teenage girls, but there was sort of a desire to be out emote each other, like to have the biggest feelings. So we would often say that we saw ghosts, or we just had this really creepy feeling, and we were really upset.
Of course.
And then that would kind of feed on it on itself, and then everybody would
Mm.
become, pardon the pun, but hysterical. There'd be tears, and there was always high drama. As teenage girls, there's a lot of hormones and drama.
And you are, a mom to teens in real life now as well. Just do you worry about kind of the pressures that come with trying to fit in, making new friends, trying to impress everyone in your class?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I have three boys, and two of them are twins, not identical, and none of them are the same. So my worries with each one are very, very different. I worry that one may be, too social, one's not social enough, one is too into this, one's not. They're all very, very different people, and trying to parent, it's like I have to be three different parents. I'd say that that is my biggest concern. They're
Mm.
pretty good kids, and thank you, Teen Uber, whoever came up with, thank you. It actually tells you where they, yeah, when they get picked up and when they get dropped off, so you can
Oh,
actually
that's nice.
drive. It's a game changer. Um, because before that, I didn't feel comfortable letting them just like call an Uber. But I don't want to go pick somebody up at 11 o'clock at night. I'm old and I'm tired.
And three of them, that's too much.
Yeah. So tell them to stay home and watch Hysteria.
Yes. And now, I know for most people, I think Happy Gilmore was probably their big introduction to you, but, I'm a horror gay. So for me, it was American Werewolf in Paris.
Oh my
But
God. Call yourself a horror gay?
horror gay, yes.
Never
We're here, we exist.
heard of it.
But so you have that Hubie Halloween, totally killer, Hysteria. Even on Modern Family, Claire had an obsession with Halloween. Is that something that you are all like? Are you very much into horror? Are you always had a bit of a spooky side yourself?
Not even a little. I am the exact and I think it's because I'm sort of the perfect audience for it. I'm terrified of a jump scare. My kids were forbidden when they were little to jump scare me, or I'd take their iPads away. Um, it is, I'm maybe I'm too gullible. It's very easy for me to get scared, even sometimes looking in the mirror in the makeup for Claire Dunphy who loves Halloween, I get very scared. So no, that is I like more psychologically. I liked Let the Right One In.
Okay.
I loved I God in the was the 80s, The Jagged Edge. You know,
Mm.
got
All those types.
like the sense of something bad's gonna happen. I love
Mhm.
that, but I don't jump scares. They freak me out. And blood
Thank you for your time today, and happy Halloween.
and thank you for teaching me the term horror gaze. Am I allowed to use that? Okay.
I think so.
You've given me
I
permission.
don't see why not.
You. I am referring.
Okay.
If I get any hate, I'm sending it your way. I'm gonna say, Brian, I was on.
Perfect. Bring it. Bring it.